And was everyone ready for this? Howdy, Senor Taylor.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Is there a reason we're doing a bridge talk right now?
I'm unsure of what this meeting consists of, to be honest.
Well, we got a program that you guys wanted to meet, so we're meeting.
I was told that Ramon wants to meet.
Unfortunately, he's not here.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Unfortunately, he's not here.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I talked to Mr. Ramirez, and he told me that Ramon wanted to speak with me personally, so that's all.
Well, you have his staff and the vice president. Is that good enough for you, or?
He called me here, so I don't know.
See, no, I believe that El General wanted to speak to the Hollows in regards to the conflict that they've been having and the Hopi have been having, with each other, and to discuss, to see what the stake is in all of this sort of thing, and whether we can make the conflict sort of come to an end.
Of course, yeah. No, I've been speaking to Hopi and trying to resolve it myself. Obviously, I don't think there needs to be fighting in that regard. But, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the peace is ideal for everybody.
Right. I don't see any point. I mean, it wasn't our issue to begin with. It just became our issue when they attacked us, so.
They attacked you at the ranch?
They did, yeah.
So from your side of the story, what, just so we can understand and hear both sides,
Of course, yeah, no, I will explain everything. So, it started off with the first night. And that was the night of the wedding, Peace Hog's wedding, my sister. And the Baharaku, obviously the tribe that they were warring with, but Walker's guy came to me and asked if he could be a part of the wedding. And I said, no, I don't think that's appropriate, not right now at least. And then, that night, some of my people were walking Jaguars to groom home, and they were shot at by Hopi. Well, then they came to the ranch to try and apologize, and I said, Sky, just leave. I said, we don't want you here, we don't want your gifts, we don't want anything to do with you. And that's when Baharaku came, and they proceeded to have a fight on our ranch, and then the Hopi came back. I was having a meeting with some of my people, and the Hopi came, and they shot a woman and a man, the same man they shot the first time, and called them whores. And called them a few other names that I will not repeat here, but it was not very nice, very disrespectful. And so, we went to talk to them in Valentine to figure out what's happening. So after we gunned them down in our home, we went to Valentine to talk. So I found one and I asked him, I said, hey, how'd it been, what's your name? And he said, walk with me, I will tell you. I said, okay. So he hops on his horse and starts trotting away. And I said, will you hop off your horse and talk to me? And he tells me, word for word, he goes, actually, I don't fucking feel like it, and pulls a gun on me. And then proceeds to get shot for it. And
who did?
One of the Hopi members.
Do you know his name at all?
I believe his name is Wichita. He is the man who's called not only my wife, but other females in my family whores, and other names, which I will not tolerate.
Okay. So, I know that there's been hostilities between two groups, and I know that, the Hopi have lost people. Like Yoki, I'm sure you are aware, was murdered as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that we can sort of resolve the matter without too much drama. Both parties seem to have feel like they have been wronged, and I will discuss the matters with the Hopi as well, and just see if I can shed any more light on them, and with the General as well.
Thank you, Vice Presidente. And I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but it's ironic when they come and ask me to keep an upcoming wedding peaceful when they attacked my sisters. And that is where, to me, the disrespect started. They attacked 5 times in one night. The one night I asked her to be peace, not even with us. We had no issue with them. And there will be. And I went to the Hopi reservation to talk peace with them. I did. And
wagon inbound.
We are working on it and trying restlessly to achieve that.
Can I help you, sir?
Well, if you want to, I'll step in the middle and continue talking to you, Mr. Presidente. But, so,
step over here.
yeah.
Just, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah. So, we went there, and, I spoke with Sky and Raven, and, he then brought the man in to apologize. And And he said that he doesn't regret the words he said, and that he would continue to say them if we fought, and that he meant every word that he called us. And you know, I was fine with that, and I gave Walk the Sky our peace terms. I said, you know, just for the disrespect that he has shown us and our people, you know, he's going to take 3 of his fingers in his hair, and that's all we want. Just to show that they understand a lesson that they cannot, you know, step over there and cause trouble at our home when we have shown them kindness and respect. And I think that goes both ways.
See, as far as the hair goes, that is part of their culture. So to cut their hair is to cut out a part of their culture. So I would, I dare say, I don't speak for him, but I have heard similar things in the past, and
Hello, Rand.
that is a non-starter.
How are you guys? Rudy, is that Rudy?
But
Mister, will you leave us alone for a second? Rudy's not here. Thank you.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright.
But
all we can do is
the
talk to
reason,
this guy and see if we can resolve these issues, because
of course,
honestly, it seems like the Hopi are overstepping quite a lot, and
it's unlike them, and
I don't want to see any further conflict with Emerald Ranch. It's in the past we've had a very, very good relationship with them. And,
Of course.
yeah.
we've always been
It
very
seems-
kind to you guys, as have you us.
See?
And, I appreciate you guys coming and talking.
Just, a lot of it's very, very questionable from
It's very
their side of
uncharacteristic
things,
for them.
and
It's
It is.
unlike him, and
Um,
I talked with Sky about that, and he had a few words to say about it. He did.
they've been pushed pretty hard lately. So
I think
um,
it's a reaction of a guy of a man that has been pushed quite hard. But I still need to speak with Senor Sky and get a good lay of what's been, because I have not in a few weeks, you know. So I need to
Mhm.
sit.
And
I think part of it too is their last conflict they had with the Comanche. It pretty much it damn near killed the Hopi.
right.
yeah, there was
And I
two
think
members left.
now that there's a new conflict, like he's, you know, really armoring up, you know, and trying to make sure that it doesn't kill his tribe again, you know, and that's
Right.
probably why he's stepping outside his
Say,
normal normal comfort zone to fight for what he believes in, you know.
Right. And I will never fault the man for it. It just comes to the matter of consequence of actions. That's all.
You see?
Hmm.
And we talked, and the reason his daughter happened, which we weren't a part of at all. That was not our doing. I know he thought originally it was, but no. It was because he attacked.
Do you know who did?
I'm not at liberty to say that. That's none of my business. But with that being said, you know, I feel bad for her and whoever her family, you know, is going through. I don't want to have conflict with them, really, and I hope that we can resolve it. And the reason we asked for the hair is because Kisog is native and obviously married to one of the Baharaku. It's just only a matter of respecting. And when we were walking off of their land while trying to create peace, he was being even more disrespectful to her. And that was more so her demand.
Would you guys accept
Oh,
maybe a more maybe a monetary peace offering, like money or a gun or something, instead of hair, fingers?
We asked for that originally. And originally I think that would have set up just fine, but I don't think so, no. I think this is a requirement just to show that I respect Watch the Sky very highly, and Raven as well. And I want to see the tribe flourish, I do. But with this man going around and doing that, if a man called your wife a whore, Senor Taylor, there would be consequences to suffer, would there not?
Yeah, he wouldn't be breathing no more.
Exactly. And so I've been lenient with what I've asked for. Very lenient.
So I think what has happened here is this conflict originated with the Baharaku, no, and the Hopi, no?
Yes.
Between those guys. And then obviously through matters of entanglement, either through marriage or through, you know, situations, other people have been added to this, including yourselves, and then these new guys for the Hopi, no?
I believe so, yes.
So and then obviously there is a situation of like some people maybe how do I fucking say this? So maybe not aspiring to the core things that we know the Hopi to be, no,
Right.
and acting in a different light. But there is also from their side, there is also the matter that one of their members was mutilated and was killed, no. So there is insults coming at you to your lady, which I completely understand. You wish for redemption for, no. But there is also the death of a señorita who has had her head cut off, and as you say, you were not involved, but you are involved with the other groups, no?
Yeah.
And so therefore, like, you see where I'm going with this? Like,
You're saying it's
like,
guilty by association. Is what you're trying to imply.
no, not necessarily, but I'm saying that maybe being associated will tar certain groups with the same brush, no? So like in the same way that these new members of the Hopi have done things that do not relate to the Hopi values, do you see what I mean? And they are being tarred as you know, as they are, then maybe it is the same sort of situation that has happened, no?
Senor Ramirez, are you married?
No, I'm literally hoping to be, senor. Say, I am getting married soon.
Well, it was a dream of mine to watch my sister get married, and the one thing I asked Sky, which I thought he would respect, and the reason he did not, which he'd tell me, and I'll get to that, but he attacked five times on her wedding night, and that's just the one
Was
thing
Sky
I
actually
asked.
there for those?
He was.
Say,
So,
It's troubling.
say,
so,
I need to speak with him.
and I understand you're Hopi, and I've talked with many Hopi, and the upcoming wedding that they asked me to keep peaceful, I said, of course I will. And I asked Sky, I said, why did you not keep that night peaceful? And he said, would my enemies show me the same resolve and same respect? And I said, yes, they would. If you came to me as, you know, another person, you know, a human, and you said, hey, there is a time of celebration and, you know, a time of and/or mourning, I would, of course, respect that. That is just kindness and respect of warfare that goes both ways.
Say, I will say, before I was a Hopi, senor, I am a federale. That is my first duty, no? And I have always tried to keep a very level head and try to be reasonable for both sides of this. But that is troubling, admittedly, you know.
Right.
A wedding or a funeral, in my opinion, is a sacred thing, you know.
Right.
And if it can be avoided between, like you do not seem like you know, fuck's sake, what's the right word?
I'm an understanding
An
person.
unjust man.
Reasonable.
Say,
Right.
there you go, an unreasonable mind. Gracias. You know, it worries me that this could have been, you know, that did not need to happen and should not have happened, whether hostilities were there or not, in my opinion. You know?
Right. And
Say,
I don't want to fight the Hopi or cause injustice to any Mexican citizen. Let me put that there foremost. I've always had respect for you guys, and you guys have always shown us kindness, and I want that to continue. And I hope it can, but this man and his actions cannot go unnoticed. For someone to come across the border and come attack our home and call those things to my family is something that cannot go unpunished. And I think these are a reasonable ask. Very lenient, in my opinion.
and what is it you are asking? Sorry, I had to deal with that man and I missed it. What is it that you are asking?
Oh, you're
for?
okay. We want 3 of his fingers in his hair. That's all.
Right. I'm not going to lie. The most troubling thing I have heard tonight is about the wedding and the attacks. Like, conflict ensues when conflict ensues. The attacks happen. Or like I understand the tit for tat. I understand that, but you know, it is not the way of the Hopi to do do an attack on a wedding or a funeral. And I think Senor Sky, I will have to speak with him, but it sounds like the action of someone who is obviously fearing what has happened before and has maybe made some bad decisions, you know. I will speak to him, Senor, and I will try and do my best to see if we can get back to what things were, you know.
Thank you, Senator Ramirez. I do appreciate that.
No problem.
If we were able to, you know, get the Hopi to stand down and stop doing this shit, do you guys think you could do the same for the Bakaruku and put an end to this war?
I mean, I would love to say yes, but you also have to understand that is not my concern. Native affairs are not my, you know, concern at all. And so for me to be dragged into
It's
one,
not ours either, but we're
Right.
in the middle of it, so.
right? And I mean, their issues, I think, is something that they need to talk about and settle. And I don't know anything that happened except for their wedding night and then his daughter, and that's all I know of their conflict. And with the other group, I don't even know why they're involved either, to be honest.
Does
that one
Bakaruku have
confuses
a?
me.
Does the Bakaruku have a single solitary leader that pretty much calls all their shots?
I'm very unsure on that. I wouldn't know.
Do you know, Ramon?
I do not.
I believe there's possibly two. But, well, at least one leader and one very close confidant.
I'm thinking we get the two leaders. We get two leaders out of the Hopi and we lock them in a fucking box together until they work it out. You know. I'm serious.
Say, I think this conflict does not need to be extended, especially any further than it already has been extended. Hopefully, we can start resolving things and bringing them back to normalcy. And
Dan,
say,
with what you suggested, you know, we have that really nice cell in the barracks. It's quite close. They will either
know.
fight it out or hug it out, one of the two.
See.
let's hope it's the latter, but I doubt it. But say,
I mean, we got two cells next to each other in Presidio, and all four of them can sit in those fucking cells until they're coming out and hugging each other. You know, for all I care.
we can also
What's up,
try
Kat?
and
I'll
arrange
get to you.
a meeting
I'll
with
answer your
the
question.
same sense
I'm
of
glad you're enjoying it,
with
though.
These muchachos and see if we can just get to the bottom of things and maybe like they don't have to fucking love each other as long as they allow each other to coexist. No.
See.
Right. I can definitely be on board with that.
Say.
But I will try and relay the message to the Baharaku, or have Kisog do it, and let you know.
Gracias.
We'll pass our notes on to the general too.
Thank you, Taylor.
And I'd like to say gracias for all of you to come down several times to encourage this meeting. It is appreciated.
Of course, it is always...
Yeah, I'm sorry that you couldn't be here for several of the times you've come down.
Oh yeah, it's perfectly okay. Thank you, Vice President Thay, and I appreciate all of you coming down to talk with us and spend your time for it.
Absolutely.
It is much
De nada,
appreciated.
señor. Of course.
We're
Sí.
always open to talking.
See.
As am I. I believe we're all reasonable people and very understanding, and I think that's the best thing anyone can be.
Yeah, and the original thing that started this whole entire conflict between the Hopi and Baruka was questionable at best. So to see further conflict over something that was so simple, but and it continued into further groups and caused a lot of mayhem.
Mhm.
And to hear that Walks with Sky attacked a wedding is
5
very
times by the sounds of it.
uncharacteristic.
Say.
It was
It's,
five different attacks, but yeah. He attacked the reservation first, and then the ranch twice, and then and Valentine.
I
I
heard
think
his
I'm going
rhetoric
to.
was getting quite strong, but I didn't realize it had turned into actions like that.
Say, me neither. And I have a meeting with him set up for any time now, so I'll discuss these things with him. And you're more than welcome to be present as well if you want, Vice President and Coronel, and say,
So,
That's going on tonight.
say, it was supposed to be after the storm, so say,
Let's see if we can find them.
okay.
I wish you all safe travels, and thank you again.
Yeah, you too.
too.
Thanks for coming
Anytime.
down.
Of course.
Gracias, everybody. Have a good evening.
You guys as well. Please be safe. It was a
Yeah, have a
pleasure.
good one now.
Adios.
Take care, guys.
Thank y'all.
Wait, do you guys have somebody in your group named Solomon?
Who?
Yes.
Solomon?
Mr. Riddle?
Yes.
Him?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay, so that was the same meeting then?
Yeah, same meeting.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah.
That's all. Thank you.
Of course.
Take care, guys.
You as well. Ooh, okay. So that.
I need a ride with somebody.
That's
Gotta
right.
go ahead for a bit.
Yeah, let's go home.
No one's smooth.
Okay.
Mr. Hollow.
I agree.
I did.
Well, they're very understanding people, as am I. So that went a lot better than expected.
If only we
Kat,
could
what's up?
canvas,
It's good-
like,
good to
oh,
see you.
meeting's not going well. All right, sight it. 300 meters.
You got me
Each
invested. The story that we've been building in the frontier with the hollows, our family has been crazy.
Yeah.
And I can
Yeah,
definitely feel you
solve
on
all
why everything's been
problems.
happening. You kind of heard me explain why the Hopi have been attacking
One
us,
day.
and
One day.
it's been interesting all around. That meeting went a lot different.